sophomores. This is going to be a really quick review of what makes up a sentence. So remember that a sentence has a subject and a verb. I would find the verb first because that's the action, and then ask yourself who or what is doing the action, and that's the subject. So I have two examples here. My dog barks whenever someone comes into the house. So our verb is barks, that's the action. Who's doing the barking? My dog. And it has a complete thought. My dog barks whenever someone comes into the house. This one here is a fragment. So a fragment might be missing a subject, it might be missing a verb, or it might have both those things but not be a complete thought. So this one, whenever someone comes into the house, someone could be a subject, right? Comes into the house could be our verb, but in this case, it's not a complete idea. We're left wondering what happens when someone comes into the house. We don't know. Um, let's do a couple practices here. Remember that when you click this, when you go into lesson, it will give you all these purple boxes that go through the rules. So I highly recommend using that. And the other thing I want to note is that when you see checkpoints like this, if you take the checkpoint, you'll place out of everything ahead of it. So that might be a way of kind of skipping ahead if you feel like you basically know it. If you start doing the checkpoint, you're getting a bunch wrong, and you're going to want to come back and do the practices individually. Okay, so a quick practice. Astrid Young Tio is excited to go to the circus. We have our subject, we have our verb, so it's a complete thought. She joyfully spun Jack White around in a circle. Subject, verb, full thought. See if we can find one that isn't a full thought. Babies babble. That's a short one, but it's still a full thought, right? We have our subject, we have our verb, complete sentence. The famous actor and Frederick Douglass. So this is one where we have a subject, but we don't know what they're doing. We don't have a verb, so that's a fragment. Buy the muffins. This one's a little tricky because this is a command, right? So even though we don't see a subject, we can know that there's an implied you at the beginning. So you buy the muffins. So even though we don't see it, we know it's there. So we still have our subject, we have our verb. It's a complete thought. Okay. So those are the rules. Remember that if you get stuck to, come see me, don't just keep clicking them forever. Okay. Thanks, everyone.